Good morning. This is Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag outlook for Thursday, May the 30th. Prices have turned mixed here overnight, recovering from what was mostly lower trade here a bit ago. Corn right now is steady within a half cent of unchanged. There is some bull spreading going on. July did hold some key support below the market at its 100-day moving average at 453.5. Wheat is lower across the board, 6 to 7 in Chicago, 1 to 3 in Minneapolis and Kansas City. Soy complex, that is mixed. Meal up $2 to $3, while oil is seeing some pressure today, down 70 to 80 points. Beans themselves are mixed, down a penny in old crop, a penny higher in the new. Fresh news is a little scarce this morning with demand, I think at best considered routine and at worst considered weak. That, along with non-threatening forecasts here in the U.S., the overall sentiment, to me, leans a little bit bearish. That said, however, as we mentioned, prices have rebounded off the overnight lows. Funds yesterday were pretty heavy sellers in corn, roughly 10,000 contracts, moderate sellers of 3,000 to 5,000 contracts in the beans, meal, and wheat, while buyers of about 3,000 contracts in the bean oil. Speculative sellers, traders do remain short in the ag space, with the exception of meal, where that long position is still believed to be pretty close to 100,000 contracts. Rains here in the past 24 hours were limited to the far western corn belt, including southwest Kansas, the Gulf Coast, with some lingering rains across portions of the eastern corn belt near the Great Lakes region. A generous portion of the central Midwest, however, was dry, with temperatures moderate. Forecasts for the rest of the week do show these rains gradually shifting east. It does seem like the central and eastern corn belts do have a little bit more rains than expected here, what was showing on the maps here the last couple of days. Extended forecasts do not show any building of extreme heat. And in fact, the 8 to 14-day forecast does show below normal temperatures across a pretty wide portion of the nation's midsection. At this point, I do not expect to see a major shift in the acreage mix from what the USDA outlined in March, or huge amounts of acres enrolled into the prevent plan. However, I do suspect corn will come up a little bit shy of that 90 million acre forecast, probably closer to 89. South America does remain in a drier pattern, which will enable farmers to finish up harvest in Rio Grande do Sul and better assess damage there from recent floods. An analyst at Morgan Stanley suggests that 5 million metric tons of soybeans were damaged or destroyed from recent flooding. 2 million metric tons of these were crops in actual storage facilities, with 3 million metric tons in field losses. So they reduced their production forecast 5 million metric tons from 150 to 145. That's even below CONAB's estimate at 147.7 and well below the USDA's 154. Ethanol production later today, pushed back a day because of the Memorial Day holiday. Export sales tomorrow. Later today, we also expect an update from the Buenos Aires Grain Exchange on harvest progress in Argentina, perhaps some updates on their production forecasts as well. Also tomorrow, we do get our monthly update on renewable diesel and biodiesel production, as well as feedstock usage. We'll see if we start to see a little bit of a recovery here in bean oil consumption. So mixed to start off, awaiting some key data here later this morning. Thank you and have a wonderful day.